everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are walking through one of the Makselife digital products that was not available when I did a full digital walkthrough of all of the other products coming out. We are talking about the daily digital planner. I love this one because it is, first of all, dated for the entire year. And also, I love it because it is set up like this. So this actually is a notebook, but you guys know I am really in portrait mode, I guess, versus landscape mode. When you turn the iPad like this, it's landscape. This one is portrait. And I really like my planners to be on one page. One of the reasons I like that is because it's more like an actual, an actual piece of paper that you're holding. And also because I write huge. So it's really helpful for me to have the full page take up the entire space on the iPad. When you are using, I kept some things up. When you're using one of the 2-page spreads, I feel like you lose a lot of space and it becomes much smaller versus if you are holding it like this and the page is just a 1-page dealio, it takes up the whole page, and look how much bigger those lines are. For somebody who writes big, that's important. So I really prefer notebooks to be oriented like this, where it's just the 1 page. And the yearly flagship planners that are the weekly planners just don't offer that. They offer these 2-page spreads, and I get it. People want to see both pages, their full week. They want to be able to see all of the tabs. I totally get it, but my heart is totally in the 1 page showing up. That's where my heart lies. It's so much easier for me to think about that way. So I am super excited that the daily comes like this. So we are gonna import it. I'm gonna show you how to import it really quick. Talk about a couple of cool Digi things that you get in the digital format. I am using Goodnotes and an iPad Pro. I've got the magnetic pencil that just charges on the side, and I've had this thing for years. It's worked great. I don't see any reason to upgrade at this point. I'm just using the same one that I have. So we are gonna go in and import a new book. So I'm heading backwards. So this is all my Makselife stuff. So here's my main documents when I'm in Goodnotes. I have the planner that I have been using just for years and years. This is the first planner that I designed myself, and I have all my little tabs, my tabs up at the top, and I can go through a lot of stuff. This is how I learned to use an iPad, and you can see the 1-page thing is my jam. I love it. I love all the tabs on the 1 page. I can write easily on this. So I have been using that for years. And then, let's see, we'll go back to the main page. So that's my main planner. And then I put all the Makselife stuff in a folder. In order to import new stuff, you can download it in your file section. I just put everything in iCloud so that I can grab it from here or wherever. You go under new here, and then you go to import. And then I was looking at all the stickers. I'm going backwards a little bit into my Makselife file folder. So you can see this is my digital planning under my iCloud drive. I have just this Makselife 2023, and everything is here. The daily digital is up top here. I'm gonna just install that. It's importing all of the stuff, and it takes just a second to import all of the files and stuff. It is going to be an entire folder as a zip file. So if you don't want all of the cover designs, or you don't really care about stickers or anything, you can totally import this under your files. You can totally go in under your files. So here's my Makselife file. You can totally unzip any of these zip files by just tapping it and making the file. And then you can just import that actual thing. It's growing right now. It's being unpacked, but you can just grab that actual file. You don't have to take the cover or the stickers. You don't have to stick everything into your Goodnotes, but I happen to do that so that I have everything right here. If I want to grab the covers or the stickers, I have them at the ready. And then you open the file. That's how you get to the actual planner. So this is a really cool way to do it because everything is clickable and you can jump from page to page. Of course, it's like a regular book. How you swipe left and right sends you, to the next page as you're flipping. So these are just the front few pages. You can also navigate by using the grids, and you can go really far down, find exactly what you need. But Makselife adds so much hyperlinked flexibility in here. So you've got your table of contents, your home page, your January through December, your yearly page, and you'll see as we go how this looks. So we're going to just flip through. You get your information to connect with all the Makselife goodness. Welcome to our Moxie team. This is a letter from Sierra, the creator, and she is a life coach, and she created Makselife a few years back, and I absolutely love her approach to everything. I love the Club Moxie. I will link down to Club Moxie below if you want to join it for 2023. It's been a great, basically coaching cheerleading group. I really like it so much. They give a lot of tools, and here's the table of contents. It's hooked on that little home tab. So in order to go to any of these, you hold it down, and then it pops up with this, and you click open link. So you can hop to any of your months, your yearly pages, the home screen here, and the table of contents lists a bunch of stuff, and this is also all linkable, clickable stuff. So if you want any of the goal prep pages, they're here. Any of the goal setting monthly pages or annual goals, they're here. The monthly calendars, the monthly reflections, they're all divided out really nicely, and any of these you can click. Same thing, you hold it down for a second and hit open tab. Like, isn't that the coolest thing ever? You can just hop back and forth wherever you want to go. You can also touch it with your pen, but if you're not on the right thing, it will totally write on your book. So I tend to just use my fingers for that most of the time. You also get your notes section, so it looks like you're gonna have 8 notes sections in this planner. Again, click on the number, open link. So it takes you to your notes section here. You can see the little thing on the top, and here it looks like is the navigation. What's this one here? Open link. Okay, so here's your table of contents at the beginning of the notes section. You get your choice of blank, dot grid, grid, and mind for these. And if you have the notebook, they have a colorful notebook coming out and also a neutral I just closed. But if you get either one of those, you can totally copy and paste some of these pages in as well. So you could totally copy this page. Copy page. And it will probably be different tabs, of course, but you can totally do that. So we've got this page. Let's say section 1, we want to add a page, paste page, and you can choose before, after, or at the end of the book. So we have after, we're going to just paste our page. So look, if I wanted this kind of Cornell grid or whatever, I can do that. The tabs will be different, but you can still do that if you want different pages. Of course, I don't really want this page in here, so I'm going to quickly delete it and get it out of here. Get out of here. Yes, please. So you can see the sections there. You get all those 8 sections. You can fill them in with the pre-done ones or put your own pages. And I have a lot of stuff to say about this particular section and how to make this even more awesome, but we'll save that for another day. That's basically what you do with these same pages. You click on them, open the link, and then you can also copy these pages into that section, just like I did. Go under here, copy this page, and then find your section. Let's see. Find your notes section again. We'll go here. These are the notes sections. So whatever section you want it in, you can just paste page after. And now I have a dot grid page in that. And you can use those sections however you want. Also, if you already moved one, you don't have to keep copying and pasting there. You can just hit duplicate and add as many as you want this way. There is also a way to copy and paste these in. So here you can see the notes pages down at the bottom. You can just duplicate these, duplicate, and then drag this one, if I'm not scrolling. You can just drag this one into whatever section you want and duplicate it yet again. So just duplicate as many times as you want and get as many papers as you want. So there's some more dot grid in that section. And then each of the sections you can totally label here and then label on your index pages as well. So if you wanted a section for birthdays or like birthday party planning, you can make that a section, meal planning, anything, projects for the house. You got 8 sections to work with. They can also be just like detailed goal information for whatever goals you have. If you need more pages to think things out loud and work on that. What's cool about DIGI, you can also like add pictures in and quotes in and all sorts of things. So it doesn't just have to be you writing in whatever you want. You can totally make pictures and even draw with this. So let's see. We're not even into the actual planning. We're just talking about notebooks. I'm just geeked out. So you can just draw whatever you want on here if you want to. Of course, my line's very crooked, but you get the idea. You can totally draw on these. So anyway, let's go back to the beginning. I'm totally geeked out about the actual notebook section of this. I feel like this could be an entire planner and you don't need anything else. Of course, you can add a bunch of things. So we talked about the notes, and let's talk about the color palette. So they give you the hex codes for all of these. You can see, you can grab these. I've already grabbed a few of them. You can just long hold, copy it, and then you can add it to your pen color. So right here, you can edit and add a new one. And then paste that hex code. And now I have a purple pen. So let's look at this. Purple. So cool. And you can also do the same thing, add it to your highlighters. Same way, you go under edit, add one, change the hex code. I just kind of double tap it to highlight the number and then paste, and then go back. And now it's a highlighter. And yeah, if you hold highlighters down, they will straighten up. So if you're highlighting something, it can be all wiggly. Maybe you want it to be straight, hold it down and it will straighten up for you, which is really fun. So of course you can go undo for anything in these planners. That's what's really fun about the digital. You cannot make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you just undo. Or if you make a mistake and you realize, oh no, I tapped like over here, you just use the eraser. And then this one happens to be, which I've never been able to be really good at it. If you're like going and writing something, you can double tap this and it brings you to the eraser. But I'm so bad at that, but then you can erase whatever you have up on a screen. So it's super intuitive, super easy to use once you get the hang of everything, but you got the dark versions of all the colors and the light versions of all the colors, which is awesome. So they're perfect for highlighting, perfect for writing and everything. You also can use the same colors for your shapes, which is fun as well. And also same colors for your text. So let's say, okay, I'm sold on the iPad. I mean, we're not even talking Makselife specific right now. We're talking just iPad planning, digital planning in general. Let's say you don't like your handwriting, which I'm guilty of. Sometimes my handwriting can be super messy. You got a text tool here, and I have it on a very scripty font, but we're gonna pick something that's a little bit cuter and like more normal. So we picked our font. We're gonna make it much smaller because I know that's really big. Okay, so we're gonna just make text. Obviously, you can type it in, of course, like type in whatever you want. But because you have the Apple Pencil, you can write and it turns it into text. One cool thing, obviously you can use the keyboard, but one other cool thing that you can do, you can go to your font and make it much smaller because that's going to be humongous. You can do Apple Pencil to text. I don't know why it gave me the comma. I must have marked it weird, but yeah. There you go. If you don't like it, you can totally just go back. Oh, you know what? It might be because I'm sideways. Yeah, that's a problem. Like that is supposed to be an exclamation mark. Yeah, it hates me. I don't know what to say. And then you can just line it up, size it to fit in any of your boxes, and you don't have to use your own handwriting even though you're actually like physically writing. It is tricky sometimes. I've had a couple of mishaps. Like if I do like too swirly of letters, it will totally make a different letter that it's not actually meant to be, but it is a great option to just add text wherever you want it. And again, like if you don't like it, you got options. You just take this and delete it. So it's super easy. So, okay, now that we've talked about the goodness of the notebook section and the usability of this, let's go through and walk through the actual planner itself. I am just geeked out about all the functionality in these. So you first start with your prep, of course. These are the same prep pages you would get in a physical planner. And then this one has a little bit of extra linkability. It's got the quarterly things up here that you can tap to and go to. Again, quarterlies are listed up at the top. You got your assessment questions, just like your regular prep. We'll just walk through. They're really nicely laid out this year, so everything's easily digestible. Going, here's a mind map area, and then your annual goals. The difference with the annual goals this year is it's not lines, it's dot grid, so that helps some people be able to map it out or list things out a lot easier than having to stick with lines. And again, you get the functionality that you can jump around. Like you're planning your annual goals, you can jump around to your monthly goals and be able to like break them down. Like say you have something big that's going to be ongoing throughout the year, you can break it down and go ahead and jump over to March and be like, oh, I want to be at a certain part of the goal by this amount of time. You also have some more functionality on the month pages, which we will get to again. Let's see, we're going to go all the way back where we were. So annual goals, it's the same categories as before. We'll walk through the categories just in case you're a little bit new to Makselife. There's 8 categories, 8 colors. The colors themselves have been tweaked slightly, but they are the same color family. Like the yellow got a little bit darker yellow, but it's always going to be personal. It's going to be yellow. So I've heard people say that some planners have changed their color categories like significantly, like personal has always been purple and now it's all of a sudden pink. So they have not done that. They've just tweaked the color slightly to where the color is a different shade of the same color. So you can still use yellow for personal, and even like older stickers and stuff will still match the purple. Let's see if I actually have older stickers to show. So yeah, here's the older sticker book, and it's got this colors, but like you can still use the yellow with the yellow. It's still yellow. Okay, so that out of the way, we'll flip through. We've got personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, financial and physical environment, And then you have a vision board area. And what's cool, again, about iPad, you can do pictures. So these are just pictures of Stella. This one's a funny one. Mommy, Stella, why are you so grouchy? Stella, because I'm Stella. That's what she told me, you know, teenager. There you go. And I totally faked the picture. I was like, give me a grumpy face, because that was an earlier in the day moment. So let's see. Do we have anything else in here? Yeah, there's her like original picture. I would like to be a happy one. Let's see. Do we have a happy one? There. That was what she was really doing. So yeah, if you have a vision board, you have pictures you want to either grab from Pinterest or grab from your own computer, you can pile them in and make a collage. I'm doing the same exact picture, but you get the idea. You can add lots of pictures, add your writing in, add the text in. You can do however you want as far as a vision board. But it's cool because you don't have to like find magazines or print things out. You can just find it online, clip it, stick it in. Okay, goals, quick setting tips. Then we move right into January, and you can see the January tab is highlighted because you are in January, and this gives you lots of functionality. So we've got icons up here to walk through. We also have all of the weeks of the month right here listed, so you can jump from week to week. And generally speaking, these will also jump to wherever you need to go. So there's the daily page, but we're gonna go all the way back to that January beginning page. So there you go, you get the functionality on the actual days. Functionality jump from week to week for the weekly overviews, and then some over here we're going to flip through, see what we've got. Okay, that's the calendar. That's your January goals. You jump to your monthly goals. The heart is your reflections. And then you jump to your notebook. So you can jump to your notebook from a lot of places. Okay, let's go back to January. That's really cool. Okay, so that's what we've got. We've got the monthly calendar, your goals for the month, your reflections or the heart, and then your notebook, which is really cool. And you also jump to the weekly overviews here. You got your weekly overview, and if you want your weekly actions, you just flip the page. So there you go. It outlines everything. And then the weekly overview has a little bit more functionality, but we're gonna step back. We haven't even left the calendar, but we could get anywhere we want based on just the calendar. So as far as the calendar itself, it's very nice. It's on the one page, so you have all of it at your fingertips. Again, in the portrait mode, which I love, you get a little extra area for notes, although you have the notebook section, so you have plenty of notes. You can add as many note pages as you want. The possibilities are endless in this. And then when we walk through, we've got our January goals. Again, it's a 2-page spread here, but both pages offer you all the functionality. You can hop whatever month goals that you want, and the same functionality up here as far as your monthly calendar. Oops, do not want to add a picture. Your monthly calendar, your monthly goals, your reflections, and your notebook. It's all within easy grasp, pretty much on every page it looks like. So there's your second half of the monthly goals. I love the way the colors work in a little rainbow fashion down the pages. And then you get your weekly reflection, and here you get some sort of tip or trick at the bottom. It tells you the week and information, and then up here it lets you go to the weekly actions, weekly overview, and weekly reflections. And you also get some of the functionality right there as well as far as the month stuff goes. You get your weekly actions page, and again, gives you all the weekly options right at your fingertips. Of course, you can scroll back and forth if you know where a page is going to be, but it makes it really nice that you can just hop around basically wherever you want. Since January actually starts on a Sunday, you get the whole week of the last week of December, which is really awesome. So again, here's your weekly overview page. You can write in your weekly information. You can do meal plan. You can do your step count, whatever you're going to keep track of for the week, appointments, phone calls you need to make, whatever. You can totally divide this because it is pretty wide. You could divide it even into like 3 and have lots of room for things. Also, you get a little section of notes down here and then a calendar. I would totally cover this up with a picture or something because I just do not like these little monthly calendars on things. So I would cover those up. I do wish they had left that off, but I know people like to use them. You could like dot whatever week you're in, or maybe a bigger dot than that. A bigger dot? Yeah, you can like dot whatever week you're in. Highlight it in case you need it, or like color code, like let's say you have a payday coming up. You can use the green and be like, okay, that's the paydays coming up. I mean, I wouldn't overlap those 2 colors because that's kind of gross, but you get the idea. You could totally color map these, and I just tapped with the highlighter pen. There's also dots you can use, but I think that would cover up the numbers. So you got options to actually use it or cover it up. And then you hop into your daily pages, and there's a daily page for every day of the week, including Saturday, Sunday. So you get the full daily page. This one's a little bit different than the actual physical one, which I will show you the physical one for 2023. It's the same as what happened in 2022. So this is where the differences really lie. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that great up on the screen. Down here it's got the dot grid section and 3 boxes. This does not. This just has a dot grid section at the bottom. Also, the top is a little bit different because the date is already up on the page where the functionality is. There's not a little bar for date. There's just a focus line going all the way across, but it gives you the same basic sections aside from those 3 at the bottom. And I will say, I am pretty irritated that I'm going to have this monstrosity on every daily page as well. I was thinking it would only be on the monthly calendar and the weekly overview, but it's going to be on every stinking page. And I hate that thing. I don't know why they do that. Erin Condren also does that on all of their daily pages, and I just do not like it. I much prefer this. So you bet Mama is going to be covering those up because I can't stand those. That was my only single gripe for this whole thing. I love everything else about it, but that dang stinking calendar is on every stinking page. Like, look how much real estate that takes up. I don't care that much to see the monthly calendar because you know why? Look at this. I can see a monthly calendar easily. But yeah, I can also see the whole year really easily down here. This is the yearly overview page. Look, I don't need it on every single page. I really wish planner companies would move away from that. It's my gripe for any planner company ever. Like, I do not need those calendars at all, period. Please promptly remove them from every page except like an actual monthly or yearly overview. Anyway, I'm griping, but that is my one gripe, is it's on every page. So you get 7 of these, 1 for every day. You get a full page for weekends, which is awesome. And again, all the functionality is right at your fingertips. You can jump back and forth to any of that. You can jump months down here. You can jump back to your home page to get to whatever it is you want. Your yearly is down here, but you get 7 of these pages. And then we start back with that reflections page. So we're getting in. Here's the Sunday. And then you get your weekly reflections for the new week, your weekly actions for the new week, your weekly overview, and then 7 more daily pages. So all the months work like that. And we're gonna real quick just hop to February just to get to the end. So once you hit the end, your last Sunday daily page, you hop into your January reflections. So you just answer the questions and then you move right into February, and all the months are gonna work like that. I think you're gonna have your quarterly assessments at the end of the 3rd month, 6th month, 9th month. We're going to open up April. Yeah, so they will put the quarterly reflections in there. So you got your March reflection, then your quarterly compass assessment. And it looks like you can jump wherever you want with those. But they are wedged in between the 3rd and 4th month, the 6th and 7th month, and then the 9th and 10th month. And then you should have one at the end as well. So all the pages are going to be set up the same with the quarterly sprinkled in. We will go all the way to December and see what we have at the very end. So we've got December goals. We're flipping through real fast. Okay, so yeah, 2023 ends on a Sunday. So that's the end of your planner, is the end of the year. So here's your December reflections, your December quarterly compass. It's for Q4 there, and you can see it's highlighted Q4. Then you get your calendar, which is on this page. Calendar for the following year, 2024, and then you jump into your notebook section. You get the 4 different kinds of notebooks. We've already talked about how this indexes and everything. Let's go ahead and hop down to the end, and it looks like that's the end, is those extra pages. This is what the lined paper looks like. The grid paper we talked about, the dot grid, and then just a blank. So you can do whatever you want with these. I totally love the idea of having one of those notebook sections. It looks like you can jump to the notebook section. Okay, so you can jump to the notebook section from any of those pages. One thing I really, really like about this is one of these could be like a memory keeping thing. So you could do like a blank page every month and add some of your favorite pictures, add some of your favorite memories from the month. Because I have a toddler, I have been, keeping track. Let's see, let's just jump to the blank page real quick. I've been keeping track of her quotes by adding them to pictures. Like I showed you guys already, but I could totally do like a page of these and all of her little favorite quotes, because she's 3 and she just says the silliest things sometimes, but those were 2 from yesterday. They were super good. Like I could totally set up a memories page of all the silly things that she says and have them in here and be able to flip to them at any time. So that's just something to note. You can totally incorporate a lot of memory planning even in a digital planner, and maybe even more so in a digital planner because you don't have to worry about photo printing and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I can't wait to share this with you guys and see what you guys think about it. I've been waiting for this one. She said there was going to be a daily coming out, and I was like, yes, I hope it's just everything. And it is. It's so much better than I even envisioned in my head. And you know, you got all the daily pages. We're flipping really fast back to the top. So you got all your daily pages, all your yearly, monthly pages, and I just think it's set up so nicely with all the functionality. She really thought of everything, and it's so nice. Again, my only single gripe is that I do not like that. I'm going to put pictures and quotes and cover those things up. One thing I don't like about this one is when you do make a box, my box is ugly, there we go. When you do make a box, the inside's light, so if I want to like put it over that, I can still see through it, which is unfortunate. So I can't really cover it up in the program super duper easily, except for pictures. I could totally put a picture over it. Here, let's go ahead and delete that. I can put a picture over it, no big deal, but it's just kind of one of those annoying things that you can't just draw a box over it. Like have a little colorful box, but in the dot grid sections, you totally can make little boxes. That's not dot grid, by the way. This one has the dot grid. You can make your own little boxes. Similar to this, you can make your own little smaller boxes if you really like these boxes. You can add some to the bottom of that, but that walks you through the whole thing. I hope you guys liked a look at this. I would love to know what you guys think of it. And are you team tiny calendar or are you team no tiny calendar? I would love to know if you guys are on my team for this. I know there are a few people who have left comments over the years of my planning say, oh, I actually use it because I do dot my week so I can see it really quickly for phone calls and things. And I totally get that some people are going to love that, but also some people can also just flip here. Like I feel like it's so much easier for them to flip here versus me having to take off 365 plus of those, even more because they're on the weekly pages too. Like I would be having to take them off of all of the daily pages and all of these weekly overview pages because they're on both. So that's going to be kind of annoying to have to do that. And it would have been so nice if this whole section was dot gridded and then that was left off. Anyway, that's my only gripe. Otherwise, it's perfection and I love it. I am totally going to be using this one a lot. It is so good. So real quick, you can add the stickers in here as well. It gives you the option when you're like under your files, you've got the stickers, you've got area of life, dots, flags, goals. We'll look at them real quick. I'll use my finger. You got dots in the dark and light colors, flags in the dark and light colors, and also the stretch goals in the dark and light colors. So you can import these pretty easily. Using this right here, you have options. I already imported some of them under this. You can add your own new section with the little plus sign and label it whatever you want. I already labeled this one 2023 Makselife stickers. So I'm going to long press this and it gives me options. You can edit, share, and delete. So I'm going to just edit and try to add in some more. You can move these around. You can move them. I'm not going to move them because I had them just like they came in the thing. You can also add more, import. You can add photos. Lots of things. I have the title already there, 2023 Makselife. I imported all of the little dots, but we'll start importing the next one. So I'm going back to my digital daily, back to my stickers, and this is something I already unzipped in whatever files you're using. So let's do area of life stickers. We got these ones, you just click on it, it imports it. Click on the next one, it imports it, and it is kind of a tedious process. There's probably a better way, but I personally don't know it. So this is just what I do, but you only have to do it once. Once it's in your program, it's in there, and you don't have to redo it. We'll just import all these real quick. Come on, buddy, there we go. Okay, so we imported those. You do those with all your folders and all of your stickers. You can have them in their own sections. I've got other stickers in here. These are some Makselife ones, but these are different ones I found. They were just like free online. And then you have them, you can just add them wherever you want, resize them however you want. You can also move them around wherever you want. They're very functional like that, but then they're always there. So all my Makselife 2023 stickers are going to be in one category. But I love that you get the option how big or small you want it. It's got to be a certain size so you can actually move it around. But there you go. You could totally play around with those, but they're now in the program because I took that minute to go ahead and do that. And same with the pens. If you copy all the hex codes, then they're in your pens and your highlighter sections. So you have them. You don't have to add them every time that you're using your program or anything. But anyway, that walks you through the whole daily. If you have questions about Digi planning in general for Goodnotes, I would be happy to answer them in future videos. Or if you have questions about the Makselife digital stuff in general, let me know as well. I will cover it in future videos. I will for sure be using this planner quite a bit. I love the way this one's set up. The weekly ones I just won't use so much because it isn't a harder configuration for me, although I love the idea of it. I love all the functionality. It's just not my favorite option. This one's my jam though. I love the portrait style one page showing on the screen, and yeah, I'm super stoked about this one. So I hope you guys like this video. And if you've watched all the launch videos and you know what's coming out with Makselife, I would love to know your favorite Makselife new products coming out. Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow me along, and we'll have lots more planner videos to come. It is planner launch season and I've got lots to talk about, lots of thoughts. So I hope you guys are well. Happy planning, happy shopping if you're doing a little bit of shopping, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.